Hello. This video is specifically for Wonder Fuck Me Up Mike 82 MJFF because to the followers of my blog and unfortunately her blog, we got into a spat this morning over Taylor Swift. The world is an odd place, isn't it? We got into it over Taylor Swift. And we had our back and forth online. And I wanted to speak verbally because I'm sick of typing, really. My issue with you, Wonder, whatever your real name is not at all specifically about Taylor Swift. I could care less about some little skinny white girl strumming a guitar. I mean, how many other white girls strum? I mean, I can go find a dozen of them over at Coachella right now. My deal is you came out from my writing, and it's quite obvious the difference between me as a writer and you as a writer. Now, I don't understand what your ambition or where you're trying to go with your writing. You know, as far as, is it a hobby? Is it just something you do for fun? You know, I don't know what you get out of this. What I get out of my writing is I have ambitions to be a novelist. And I was in the process of writing my very first novel, 3 Nights in July, when my father passed away. I'm still currently settling my father's last affairs. But once that's settled, I will be writing a novel and pursuing becoming a published author. So I have career ambitions with my writing. It's not just a hobby to me. It is an art form to me. Okay? So I was really offended because you insulted my art form, i.e., saying that my eroticas were disgusting, or that I was disgusting as my eroticas. Okay, as I stated before, an erotica is supposed to be sexual in nature. Now, I can wait while you go look at dictionary.com or urbandictionary.com, but that is what the definition of an erotica is. It is supposed to arouse sexual feelings. And we've kind of clearly noted that I get 4 times as many reads as you have. I haven't posted a new erotica since March, since my father died. Because I've been, of course, bereaved and, concerned with all of that. But I still continue to get reads. Every so often I get a message where somebody's like, "Oh, well, I heard about your page, Tiffany. Can I have the link, please?" Now, in addition to the eroticas, which I do write for fun, for the enjoyment of other fans, I have my horror stories, which are non-sexual by any nature. It is a pure horror story because I admire writers like Stephen King and R.L. Stine. I also have my period piece, which is set in the 1930s because I am a fan of classic films. And Michael Jackson came across as such a gentleman. I said, well, this is a perfect sort of atmosphere to transplant him in because everybody else has squeezed the bad era to death. And it would just be shooting a horse for me to go and try to write another bad era story when somebody else has probably written it in a much better context than I could do. But I have gotten good reviews for Raging Hell, my horror stories, and especially my eroticas. Because right now on Tumblr, there's a portion of a story I wrote called The Exhibition, where Michael Jackson sticks his fingers up his ass. And it's going around being held as the Holy Scripture. Is anything that you've written, dearie, been transplanted and passed around and held so marvelously by your readers. Again, I'll wait. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This stopped being an issue about Taylor Swift when you dragged my writing into it. And that's why I had to come and scout. And at some point you said I should feel embarrassed or be embarrassed for something. Dollface, I regret nothing. I'm not embarrassed. Why should I feel any sort of shame at all for telling the truth? I mean, that I'd like for you to explain that particular point to me. Like, why should I be why should I be ashamed for telling the truth? Because I did point out that Taylor is strictly a white feminist. She's mediocre. She definitely has no ass because she's built like a fork. And my blog has more reads than yours. And yeah, I'm just kind of winning on every level, aren't I? Alright. God bless you. And this has been a lot of fun. Thanks. Bye-bye.